Thank you for being here. First of all, to our Ugandan board, our board chairman, Dr. Kurt Shimke. Let's hear it for him. And our board member, Lazarus Mugabe. Let's hear it for him as well. And thank you also to all the friends and especially family and spouses of the entrepreneurs who went through AVODA this year. Without you, it was not possible. Thank you. And also, we have 3 people who traveled all the way from Lira this morning to be with us. Do you mind standing up so we all know who you are? Thank you so much for your commitment and for being here with us here in Kampala. You drove, I think, 7 hours, 8 hours to be here. Okay? But last and not least, our graduates from Kampala, because, hold on, yes, the Lira team did drive 7, 8 hours to be here, but when you add up all the hours that the Kampala graduates had to endure every day to get to class, I think it might be more than 7 hours. So stand up, graduates from Kampala, and congratulations. Thank you. Now, I can't tell you how proud I am of each and every one of you. You've earned it. You've earned it, you've fought hard, you've worked very, very hard to get to where you are today, not just in your AVODA degrees, but also in your everyday life, in your businesses, and juggling that with some of you raising children, being a husband, being a father. It is an incredible achievement, and I'm humbled to be called your vision bearer. It's very humbling. But this vision is not mine. It is not mine. It is something that I read in a book once. The book is called The Bible. And a lot of friends and family affirmed it with me, saying, this is a vision worth living for. And that is why you will find me here in Uganda for many, many more years to come. But enough about me. Today is your day. Today is about you. Today we celebrate you. We celebrate what our God Almighty has done in you and through you. I'm very proud of you, but not only that. I also often find myself wishing I was you. I find myself wishing that I was African. A few years ago, I attended a Ugandan friend's wedding, and you all probably know how it goes. There are about 10 cars, and I was in the middle car. And we were driving towards the wedding venue, and there was no AC in the car. And so the windows were rolled down. We're going through the bumpy roads, through the village, towards the venue. And we're going at about 5 kilometers an hour. Yeah? And then the village kids would come out. There were about 20 of them. And they would walk next to my car, looking into the window. And there they are debating amongst themselves. Muzungu. And another one go, no, China. And I said, no, Muzungu. And they walked alongside my car, just debating amongst themselves, like philosophers, like little philosophers. And I thought that was, I was honored. You know, when one of them goes, Ugandan. That's how badly I wish I was one of you. I wish I was one of you because I come from Japan, a country where only 0.1% of the population are Christians. AVODA is supported by churches and Christians in the United States, a country where Christians are decreasing at the rate of 1 to 1.5 million a year. Meanwhile, here in Africa, you have 700 million Christians, increasing at 10 million per year. If you're a Christian, coming to Africa sometimes feels like coming home. So here I am, wishing that I was one of you and hoping that I can play one small part, perhaps, in seeing Africa become the next center of Christianity. God, our God, is a living God, and He moves in seasons. And it is not too far a stretch to imagine that Africa's season is upon us. You have the number one population of Christians in the world. How I wish I belonged to a country like this. You are blessed. God is here. God is in Africa. And that's why I'm here. That's why I am here in Africa with you. But we take a look around us and we would probably agree that for Africa to really become the center of Christianity, there's still some work to be done. There's still a lot of transformation that needs to be done. We still see a lot of people and families in poverty. We see a lot of corruption still in people in authority. We see so much need for good biblical doctrine in our churches. Africa still needs a lot of transformation. We're almost there in terms of population, Christian population, but there still needs to be a lot of transformation in our families, in our churches, in our governments, and in ourselves. But you know what? I believe, and here's where the vision is, I believe that all of you are the spearhead. You are the spearhead of transformation. What is the biggest Christian force in the world that can transform nations? It is Christian businesses. There's a saying, I think some of you may have heard it, that goes, righteous people are the nation's greatest natural resource. Righteous people are a nation's greatest natural resource. Well, I believe that righteous and successful Christian businesses are a nation's biggest natural. It is your consistent, hard work, your never giving up. It's the dreams and hopes that God has put in your heart. It's the Christian communities that we build together, like this community called AVODA, that is going to transform Africa. That is why AVODA's vision comes from the very, very beginning, the Bible. And in the Bible, the very last commandment of Jesus Christ, which is, go and make disciples of all nations, transform nations in my name, and baptize them in my name. And you are the spearhead. So, please, never ever think that your business, no matter how small it is, no matter how young it is, never ever think too small of your business. Remember how precious you are in God's sight. Remember how powerful you are with God before you, beside you, and behind you. And remember that you, Christian businesses, are the transformation of Africa and the achievement of Africa as the next center of Christianity. It's your hard work and your ambition that will transform lives and transform this continent. You have to believe that. You have to believe that. But at the same time, don't think too highly of your business, because that's going to break you. God has all kinds of other Christian businesses up his sleeve. Work together. Don't think too highly of your business. Remember to be humble always, to work hard. Never look down on the boring tasks that you must do as Christian businesses. Never neglect the small tasks. Create and maintain good habits. Sometimes your entire duty as Christian businesses and as transformers for Jesus Christ is literally to just hunker down, get up to go to work every morning, accomplish your tasks no matter how small, go home to your families, love them, sleep, recharge, and start another day. And that is the process of transformation. So class of 2022, 24 rather, I'm getting old. I am proud to have been your instructor. I'm proud that Faith calls me the vision bearer. And I'm privileged to have been able to teach you and get to know many of you. When I look around this room and I see a lot of familiar faces and I see a lot of empty space, I think of how much work we have left to do together. So I will miss you, but I'm confident that I will not miss working with you, because our work has only just begun. There is still so much work. Look around you. There is still so much work to be done. Before I close, though, I do want to say a big thank you to UCF, University Community Fellowship. Let's give them a big hand. Thank you so much for hosting us. When we said that we are going to do a graduation ceremony, I absolutely insisted that we will do it in a church, because that, for us Christian businesses, is absolutely significant. But when we do it in a church, we realize, there's a lot of space left. There is so many more Christian businesses out there that need to have a kingdom vision, so that one day, when you come to the graduation of your little brothers and sisters, this place is going to be absolutely packed. So in about 30 minutes, I will no longer be your instructor, but I promise you this: I will be your brother for life. I will be your friend in arms for life. We have a lot of work ahead of us. AVODA's slogan is this: Fiat Lux. Fiat Lux. Let there be light. Let there be light. And as we close, I just wanted to remind us of why that is. Why is that our slogan? Because number one, the business world is broken. There are a lot of things there that we wish aren't there. And there are a lot of things that are not there that we, as Christians, we wish were there. But let there be light. Let us be the light of the gospel in a broken business world. But the other reason we have Fiat Lux, let there be light, as our slogan, is because we are entrepreneurs. And we are celebrating the very first entrepreneur in history, God himself. And his very first innovation which was light. So as you graduate, please never forget that you walk in the footsteps of the almighty entrepreneur himself. And that entrepreneur is now working big projects here in Africa. And you are the spearhead. So be strong and courageous. Fear not, because Christ is your captain. Go forth into all the world and proclaim the gospel to all of creation. Be bold for God. Be strong. Be fast for God. Be aggressive for Jesus Christ. Never compromise on the principles of the Bible. And dream big for his kingdom. Fiat Lux, congratulations, and God be with you.